Hi, it's Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot, and in this week's Tarot Tips and Tricks, I'll be talking about scary cards. So there's a lot of people out there that get put off on reading the tarot because of these cards. So of course the cards that I'm talking about are cards of the Tower. So this is from the Hanson Roberts deck. I haven't actually got a full-on Rider-Waite deck anymore. Death card. Ten of Swords. Oops, not that one. I don't know why that one's in there. It's only the King of Wands. The Three of Swords. And the Devil. So these cards can really put people off looking, at actually reading the tarot in the first place. As soon as they see them, I mean, every movie that you see, if there's got a tarot deck in it, straight away it'll always be the Death card, always be the Devil card. So I'll go through and I'll show some more of these cards. So here this is the, I think the colour's better. This is the Wild Unknown, of which I've trimmed and coloured in. So this is the Ten of Swords in this particular deck, sorry. Oops, I'm running out of room. I've got too many decks out here. This is the Tower, which isn't too bad actually as far as these type of particular cards go. This one is the Death card. Oops. This is the Devil. Gosh, honestly. And then we've got the Nine of Swords, which is full of eyeballs and that type of thing. I wanted to go and show a few of these different type cards. This one's from the Alchemy 1977 Tarot, England Tarot, I think it's called. We've got the Death card on this one, and then we've got the Devil on that one. It's kind of very traditional type one. This one of the holding the naked lady type of thing. Actually looks to be a fallen angel because you can see a wing down there. The Bohemian Gothic, we've got Death and the Devil. I think the Devil card is absolutely brilliant because it actually really speaks of the addiction that you have that the Devil card can portray. Here we've got someone who's getting injected by her drug of choice, whether it be heroin, speed, whatever it is. I think it's very, very clever actually. And then I'm going to show you a few from the Phylarchos. So this particular I just want to grab the other cards just for comparison. So this is the Tower card in the Phylarchos, and of course this is the normal. So you can see how different they are. This one, I think, of the Phylarchos Tarot speaks more of an inner revelation of some type of because the actual light in between this woman looks like that she's actually been enlightened. She's come to some type of knowledge that's just breaking free. It's almost like her spirit has broken free to be who she truly is. I think this is an absolutely brilliant depiction of the Tower card. So that's not very scary really at all, this particular Tower one. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous card, and it really speaks of enlightenment to me and breaking away from that you wish to be free from. Now the Devil card is an interesting card, and that's it there from the Phylarchos. A very interesting, when I done an Instagram post and I had this Devil card, I had one from the Wild Unknown one that I showed you before, which was the goat, and this one come up in the same week, and I only got 4 likes on this particular post, and I'm pretty sure it's because of how this card looks. It's pretty horrific, and it really depicts mental illness in a way that I've never seen before in the tarot. It's absolutely amazing because it really does. It feels like your thoughts are eating you alive. The things that you think, it's pretty amazing. Anyone who's suffered from depression or any type of mental illness will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that is a really powerful image, I feel, as the Devil card. So I hope I just knocked my microphone then. Oh, you can see it. I'll just put it down a bit. Otherwise. And here we've got the Nine of Swords, which is not too bad. And this one is Death, which is pretty, it really reminds me of Snow White taking the poison apple of the witch, that type of a thing. And then the final one is the Three of Swords, which I really like because It's exactly how because I look at the Three of Swords as a new direction, as yet unknown. And for me, this shows it, because it shows three different directions. I think it's perfect for the Three of Swords. So as you can see, they are, very, very different depictions when it comes to these particular tarot cards. So how do you overcome it? So if you are a person who really, really does not like any of these cards and has put you off reading the tarot, there are tarot decks out there that haven't got these cards included in them, although I wouldn't, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you which ones they were. They used to be Doreen Virtue. I think in her decks, she didn't have these particular images put in either. I don't particularly like Doreen Virtue's cards. I never had, and this is long before any of this hoo-ha came up of her, leaving, leaving the tarot type of industry sort of thing altogether. So, there are other ones. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you some more gentle cards. So this is what to do. So if these have really turned you off learning to read the tarot, I'm going to show you a few decks that are very different, and I've lost one. So this particular deck I'm going to show you is the Tarot. So those of you who follow my channel know this is one of my favorite decks. So this one here is the 10, I'll just swap hands actually because it's a better light on there, is the 10 of Swords. That's the Death card. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? It's just gorgeous. There's nothing frightening about it, I feel anyway. So this is my advice to you, is to try and look for some more gentle decks that the images are not so confronting. So this is the 9 of Swords. So, it's still got that, he's only focused on that one sword. And all the other thoughts are scattered. So you still get that meaning from the 9 of Swords, but it's in a much more gentle type of an image. This is the Tower. So as you can see, it's, it's completely different. It's really, really, it's quite sweet. It's got the crack in it, so you're still getting the message across. And then this one here is the Devil card, which is my favorite. You can see the shadow, how it's got the horns on it. And, what's he hiding behind his back? It's my absolute favorite card, that one. So that's my advice. If you cannot cope with these type of images, the ones that are more in your face, then look for gentle decks. Now I'll show you the back of the Tarot as well. Now this particular deck I did get on Etsy, I don't know, 3-4 years ago now. But one of a lady made a comment on one, and when I did a walkthrough of this a few years back, and a lady made a comment on it saying that she really wanted this deck, but she couldn't get it because she hasn't got them anymore. Now, I did see it on Game Crafter, so go and take a look at Game Crafter and you might be able to get it. Now, when I saw this was probably a year or two ago, so take a look at Game Crafter and you might be able to get that deck. Another deck is the Hush Tarot, but it has got a little bit of the macabre to it. So this is the Devil card, but as you can see, it's more like, it's got a couple of kittens there, and it's just got the devil face. I wanted to show this one here. This is the 2 of Swords. So it has got a little bit of the macabre about it, but it's not too bad at all. This is the 9 of Swords, that one. So as you can see, it's very, very different again. There's the Tower. This is Death. This is actually the 10 of Swords. And this is the 9 of Swords. So it's it's got a little bit of the macabeness about it, but it's not too bad. But even if that is too much for you, there's still other decks around. It's very unfortunate now that when we buy tarot decks, we can only usually do it online, or if we go to a shop, not many shops have a deck that's open so that you can flick through all of the whole deck itself, because most of us, when we buy a tarot deck, we've only seen a few cards, and then we get the deck, we're all excited, and then we realize that we don't probably like half of them or something like that. So that's an unfortunate thing. So but if you can find a deck in the first place that are not going to have confronting images, there are out there. So this one here it's very, very tiny. This is the what's it called? I always forget about it. Tarot. It's a if those of you who've got older children, if you remember Pengu, a little cartoon there. Well, he's the one who actually drew the images on this particular deck, and I absolutely adore it. Look at it. It's so sweet. I'll see if I can find, which I should found the death card anyway on it, but it's a very tiny little deck. But so, you know, you can go for themed ones such as you know, as fairy decks. Oh, I should have had this ready. I had all the other ones ready, and then I forgot to do this little one because I thought of it at the last minute. This is very sweet. What's that one? That's the troll. That could, oh yeah, that's the devil card there. That's the troll. Oops. I'll just show you just so you can get an idea. So that's the devil card there. So it's, you know, it's kind of traditional, but it's more of a, you know, it's hard to see because it's very tiny. This deck, very tiny, but it's, you know, overall it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty nice little sweet little deck. We've also got the deck like the Christless Tarot. This is another beautiful deck. And again, I didn't take out the Death card. The Tower. So that's Carly. So it's not too bad. I suppose a little bit into your face, but not as bad as what some of them are. Here's the Devil. It's like the devil in disguise type of a thing. So, you know, I'll just show you some other pictures of it so you get a gist of it. This is a very nice deck. So this is one that you could easily buy and not feel confronted or anything like that. So there's many decks out there. So that's my suggestion. And even if these images are too much for you, you can just read oracle cards. There's many beautiful oracle cards out there. There truly is. I haven't got any in front of me, of course, but they you know, there's many oracle cards out there that you could read if you find these really confronting. But there's also a lot of religious type tarot cards as well. So you know, I'm sure you'll find something if you find the images confronting. So I just wanted to touch on this subject because I know over the years I've heard a lot of people say that they're put off because of the devil card and so forth on there. So I just wanted to point out there are many decks that you can choose that are very sweet, and that you know, they shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable, because like with any deck that you read with, it shouldn't be making you feel uncomfortable. It should be making you feel enlightened and you know, give you some good solid advice. Oh, excuse me. So until next time, this is Tracy. Please like and press that subscribe button, and I shall see you next week.